What kind of hook did you get?
Yeah, what hook?
The Illuminate hook.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
from the Mimic.
From
Welcome
anemic?
to the podcast.
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
Did you say from anemic?
Yes, I stole it from somebody who was anemic. It wasn't too hard.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. We had some great pre-banter, so I'm already dying, and you just know it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So,
jumping straight into the topic of today, because we always remember to do that.
How big is too big?
Yes, how big is too big?
This topic is broad enough to apply to many different things, honestly.
Yes.
First thing that comes to mind, balloons.
Yeah.
Balloons are too big?
Blowing up balloons. You just blow it in the air, and then you're like, oh, I can make this bigger, and then it pops in your face, and then you realize, oh, no, I can't.
But that's how big is too big.
That's how you know it's too big.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's all I had on the balloons.
That's not the first thing I think of, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think I can share that on the podcast.
Well, what do you think of, Gavin?
Yeah, Gavin. First thing that comes to mind. You know, how big is too big?
Take it away, Cameron. Go ahead.
Just too
All
many
right.
things that are too big for Gavin.
I can only
No.
think of the one, and I can't think of anything else.
So let's talk about penis size.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what
Well,
we're
I
all
was going to
thinking?
avoid that, but all right, cool.
We've talked about worse, Gavin. We've talked about worse on
I'm
the podcast.
trying to become better.
Are we? Are we trying to become better?
I am. I guess if nobody else is, I guess I can just sink with the ship.
I've learned that the podcast is here to
No.
educate me on the things I
That
do
you're
not
gonna-
know.
All right.
That you're going to tell us something about you learned about penis size.
Yeah.
Nope, wasn't going into that.
All right. So this one's gonna be a bit more of a wholesome penis size discussion.
Oh, I
It's
wasn't
more,
going to be.
it's more body encouragement if you think about it. But you know how, like, the thing is always like, man, I got a big dick. Oh boy, I got such a huge dick. Man, the size of my dick is huge.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
always listened to that and thought about, would I even want a big dick? Would I?
For bragging rights, I suppose.
I don't even think I'd like if. I don't think the bragging rights would be worth it.
Jeff, get
I don't
bigger
know-
pants.
Look, I don't know how big people's dicks usually are on like an average basis. I like to think mine's an average sized dick, but
Mhm.
no. And I'm just imagining, even with my dick as it is,
Uh-huh.
shit's fucking uncomfortable. So, if it was any bigger, I'd have problems.
Well, I was going to somewhat build off of that topic.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was thinking more along the lines of there is a certain amount of depth that you can reach
Yeah.
when you are interacting with a female.
Oh,
And hitting a wall randomly when you're going at it is not very comfortable. So, if you're just going at it and you hit a wall, you're too big. It's as simple as
True.
that. It's
Simple.
not comfortable for either party.
It's like a shark in a fish tank, right?
yeah.
Huh?
You know, the shark's
Oh,
way
yeah.
too big for the fish tank, and it'll keep bumping into walls, and it'll eventually die because it's in a fish tank.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what an analogy from Riley of all people.
Took me a little bit to figure out what he was talking about, honestly.
That makes me wonder how Riley would perform as a sex ed teacher. All the strange whack ass.
Think of your penis as a
innuendo.
shark. You don't want to overfeed it now. It might get sick.
Oh my gosh.
But
And
enough
that's why it
about.
wears a muzzle, also known as a condom.
Do sharks wear muzzles?
If it's eating too much, I don't know, man. I'm trying to make a Riley analogy.
This is a terrible analogy. Sharks don't have muzzles. Have you ever seen an underwater muzzle?
I have not. That's you. You bring a pretty fair point.
Yes, I think I need to look this up. Underwater muzzles is definitely something that needs to be checked out.
Like a swimming muzzle for
Underwater
dogs.
muzzle.
Muzzles for sharks. Look that up.
Oh, muzzles for. You're right. Look, that's way more specific. Muzzles for sharks.
Oh god.
Okay, perfect. What the crud is that?
Depending on what
Is
answer
it a shark
you get,
muzzle?
depending on what answer you get, one of you two might be very embarrassed right now because both of you are very confident in your proclamations.
Okay.
We don't want thoughts. We want knowledge.
So what I'm seeing, just after a quick Google search with it, there is muzzles called, like, have shark in their name, like the steel shark muzzle brake with crush washer.
Well, a muzzle brake and a muzzle, I believe, are different things.
So it's a muzzle brake. It's the full name.
I believe a muzzle brake is for a gun.
You're probably right. It does look like it would go on a gun. And then there's just a bunch of, like, pictures with dogs wearing muzzles, but they have shark teeth.
What?
Yeah,
All right.
It's definitely interesting. So, you know, you can muzzle your dog, but on the outside, you know, when people wear like the masks in the before times, and people wanted the painted masks or the designed masks. Yeah, just imagine the shark
Gucci
teeth
masks.
Yeah, shark teeth for the muzzle. Like on the outside, it just shows shark teeth, but the dog's just being muzzled.
And dude, the dogs must have been laughing at us during COVID. The ones that had muzzles, they were already prepared.
Yeah, definitely.
That's enough about masculine body objectivity. Let's talk about feminine body objectivity. How big is too big when it comes to boobs? Even at real highbrow here.
I mean, if we're going fully honest, I don't really like big ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Same. Like, don't get me wrong. When I see a big titty anime girl, that's gonna get my neurons going. But if it was in real life, I'd be more concerned.
If they weren't animated, that's a no-go.
Well, that's the thing with cartoons. You could separate it from fiction from reality.
Yeah, you know.
But if you see a
physics engine in real life is.
But if you see a girl with pumpkin-sized tits, I'm gonna be more concerned than I am
pumpkin each?
Like. Yeah, pumpkin each.
How big of a pumpkin, like?
Like
an average jack-o'-lantern size?
Yeah, average jack-o'-lantern size.
Because you know pumpkins play
the
gambit.
I'm not talking about the tiny little green pumpkins you buy in the autumn and put in your cornucopia. I'm talking about the big ones you carve for jack-o'-lanterns and shit and put on your doorstep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, just playing devil's advocate for a second there. Yeah, you guys are probably right. I don't have too much of a sample size, so I can't say how.
As long as they're bigger than mine and smaller than my head, I'll probably do
it. Yeah.
You know, just comparing breast sizes with, you know, the females. First date question.
All right. No. How big is too big for a bottle?
Well, a bottle of what?
Yeah, expound.
It could
like
be
a bottle of milk could be a gallon, but like a bottle of poison could be like a drop.
A gallon.
A bottle of any drinkable liquid that won't kill you.
It's like oil?
I'd say anything greater than a gallon, or anything greater than like 2 liters.
What about paint?
Probably. Is that drinkable that won't kill you?
Are we doing only drinkable?
Yes.
I instantly blacked out for a second there. What were the requirements? Doesn't kill you?
Doesn't kill you and it has to be drinkable.
Edible.
Edible's a better
Okay,
word.
okay, we're looking. Okay, so.
Oh, so you can chew it. Okay.
So we could. So like soup.
If it's got some pulp in it, then yeah.
Ooh, orange juice. Yeah.
Again, I can see a gallon of OJ, but I think anything more than that's a bit much.
I'm thinking of. I guess I'm thinking more of pots than bottles. With just
Yeah, those are different things.
Yeah.
Those are vastly different things.
Yeah. Like you could probably sit down and try and chug a gallon of water, but if you're chugging one of those huge office jugs, then good luck.
If it doesn't fit in my car's cup holder, it's too big. I get so annoyed. I get a new water bottle, like, oh, it's gonna be a cool water bottle. I put it in my car, and I'm like, okay, now it's ruined. The whole thing's ruined. It doesn't fit. Now I have to get an external cup holder for my water bottle, and then it's already top heavy, so it's gonna knock that over it.
You drop $70 on a bottle of Air Up, and you're like, shit doesn't fit in my cup holder. Son of a bitch.
My brother has a whole gallon water bottle that he just chugs. He's insane.
I have the same water bottle since ever I can remember, so I mean they all fit in my cup holder, so that doesn't really bother me. I don't get new water bottles.
Well, you must be quite fancy if you didn't have to get more water bottles.
I got one Bubba a bajillion years ago, and it's left me the entire time, but that definitely doesn't fit in anything ever.
I guess the secondary question, do you always use that water bottle, or do you get external cups and stuff, or how do you normally consume your daily water consumptions?
If it's just water, then 90% of the time I'll use my Bubba, but if we're sitting down to eat or something, I don't feel like bringing a giant cup and setting it next to me with all the food, so I tend to just use a glass.
Gavin's just way fancier than I. I've entered the water bottle stage of my life.
It's true.
Where, having cups is just an extra hassle, whereas I can just always have the water in the water bottle.
Cups are a bit of a hassle, honestly. You knock over a cup, that shit's spilling everywhere. You knock over a water bottle, it's contained perfectly fine unless you have the cap screwed off for some reason.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Even then, it won't all fall out at once like it would a cup.
Yeah, Austin would tell you some great stories of me just spilling my water bottle on all of his stuff in college because I had the cap off. Oh gosh!
Congratulations, you water bottle incorrectly.
Yeah, but the problem is the water bottle I had was a Minecraft torch water bottle, so it was all square.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, I still have it. It's it's very spillable, and you have to unscrew the whole lid in order to get to the water because it's the whole square thing, right? Or what is a rectangular prism, but it's molded into the shape of a water bottle. So the outside is square, but the inside is just normal water bottle shape. Misleading, I know.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to pick up and easy to spill.
I would think a square would be pretty easy to spill.
Easy enough to spill over. Cylinders are way harder to knock over. Take it from me, shapeologist.
I guess there's slightly less surface area to hit. No, they don't have corners.
Your hand glides off the cylinder, unlike the square where you just slam your hand over.
It's like armor taking an assault. Look at this square armor.
Yeah. The square takes the full force. It doesn't smoothen out the impact like a cylinder would. Yeah.
That's the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
She brought me chicken biscuit. I got more chicken biscuit, guys.
No.
I'm happy.
What's that? The cracker, or is it like an actual chicken in a biscuit?
Well, she's gonna cook chicken soon, I believe. So both, eventually.
Oh.
You're gonna dip it in mashed potatoes?
Dip it all in mashed potatoes.
I might. Just might.
I remember trying that in middle school when we happened to have chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes, and barbecue sauce as an available option.
Mm-hmm.
and there were also biscuits. And I'm like, wait, no, I didn't try that with that. Wait, did I? I don't remember.
Are those the potatoes that came with
it.
a skin, like a film from
Oh yeah,
just sitting there too long?
yeah, the mashed potatoes with the film.
That's what you expect from school mashies. I never liked the school mashed potatoes, not because of the film, but they were so bland. They didn't season that shit. There was no butter, no sour cream, not even
Just sprinkling of salt would be good.
Yeah, there was none of that.
Well, it was everybody with their allergy and seasoning preferences. If they seasoned it at all, some people would hate it. Nobody would eat it.
It's the downfall of public school. You have to be generic, otherwise people can raise a fuss.
You have to please all with mediocrity, or you can get like an 80-20 split of extreme angry people.
I prefer the 80-20. Fuck minorities.
Yeah. So yesterday I ordered from Culver's, and it came with a root beer with the particular order I made. It was a preset. It was a preset combo. So like it was a burger with cheese curds and root beer. And it was for a charity thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting good food, and I'm also helping people a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to order this. And at some point, because I was eating it at my desk, I set the Dr. Pepper, not the Dr. Pepper, the root beer behind me on this little box that's behind my chair. And then I ate my food while doing my computer stuff. And then I got off and I started watching stuff on YouTube in my bed. I completely forgot about the root beer until just now. It's been sitting there for probably nearly 24 hours. And I only saw because, I was leaning back in my chair. I looked behind me just on a whim, and I'm like, oh, that's my day-old root beer. I took a shit. I took a sip. I stopped myself. I never finished that old statement. I took a sip, and I'm like, stale root beer, my favorite.
Yeah. Stale drinks are like 50% better.
What?
All right, Riley, how stale is too stale? Would you say?
I don't like stale water. I do, however, like a lot of stale sodas. I like.
Does water get stale or does it get stagnant?
Water gets room temperature, and room temperature.
That's not stale.
That's
just
considered quote unquote
water.
Stale water. Because it adds the air molecules into the water and then starts doing the mineral things, and then it's not cool, so your taste buds can taste it.
Oxygen molecules in my H2O. Oh no!
Well, there's also other minerals in the air, but that's fine. Yeah, but actually, like water. Going back on the water. You actually like, most people prefer.
Tell me what I like.
Cooler water. Compared to warmer water, and I read a study that it's due to the cooler water numbs the tongue, so it loosens the taste buds, the taste buds of your tongue if it's cooler, so that it tastes more refreshing. Because not all the taste buds are tasting the imperfections of the water.
I feel like there doesn't need to be a scientific study as to why people like cold water. I feel like it could be summed up as simple as, it's real hot, cold water makes me feel not as hot anymore. I feel like that's all you need.
No, it tastes better. Taste buds. Yeah, I just read a study on it. I say just, I probably read it a month ago.
Why?
I just came up in my feed.
Of studies?
I look at a lot of sciencey stuff, and this random sciencey stuff I find intriguing, so I read on. apparently in my feed, I really like concrete because I keep getting concrete like promotions or something. And you know what?
It's really cemented in your feed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely cemented in. And, you know, they have gotten me multiple times. I think I've read like 5 different articles about Roman concrete, and we're like, we figured out the special ingredient that goes into Roman concrete. The buildings that last 2,000 years.
I know this study. I heard this study. I know this one.
Go for it, Gavin.
Well, you use lake water because the imperfections make it better, and then it doesn't fully cure, so when the concrete cracks, the water penetrates the concrete and re-wets the powdered stuff on the inside, which ends up sealing the crack, and that's why it ends up lasting.
Yeah, yes. It also has to do with volcanic ash. There's some ash for the powder, but yeah, basically. I don't know if lake water is specific.
I was paraphrasing.
I'd like to point out that halfway through Gavin's explanation, he did like a little sniffle. If that's all I could focus on for the other half of the explanation.
I did not hear the sniffle.
It's like, okay, so the study is, and then you... It was a very subtle sniffle, but I picked up on it right away.
You're welcome. What can I say, man? I've been eating crackers.
I've been eating the crackers and spouting knowledge.
That's right. Welcome to the podcast where we eat crackers and spout knowledge.
I got no crackers, and I definitely don't have any knowledge.
Oh gosh, I don't have crackers near me either. Oh no, I have to spout.
Well, it looks like I'm the only one who was prepared today.
It's true.
I do have like Ritz crackers in my cabinet that I could go get.
Ritz crackers are good.
Yeah, but I normally
Ritz
do like
good.
Ritz and cheese and pepperoni.
Ritz are definitely up there in the crackers tier list.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Pepperoni?
I've heard, I've never heard of pepperoni before.
I guess if you wanted to make like a Lunchable style
Italian,
thing,
man.
But you don't have any actual Lunchables material, you could use the pepperoni.
That is literally the cheapest charcuterie board you could ever create. Sleeve of Ritz, can of cheese whiz, and some pepperonis.
I don't use the can. I use the block cheese myself. But
if you're too poor to afford
this was a college ingredient set that I had, Gavin. I don't need to hear this too poor because I was
Riley. The college that I worked at but didn't attend. It had vending machines. One of the vending machines had Lunchables in it. You could have just bought some Lunchables and achieved the same effect, and probably
I didn't
better.
Want to buy Lunchables. Lunchables are kid things. You want the charcuterie.
Why do you care?
Makes it way
Me and my fiance just bought some Lunchables for fun.
Dude, one of these
the other day.
Dude, whenever I'm not poor as fuck, I want to buy like as many different Lunchables as I can so I can taste test them all, see which one's best.
Next time we're all together, we'll all buy our own Lunchables and rank them.
A Lunchable tier list.
Yeah,
I decided to get the spaghetti and meatball Lunchable.
Gross.
Not as... Well, it's probably grosser than the pizza ones.
I'm just thinking that it's like a pasta cracker and then just a meatball on top, and then you add sauce.
You think you'd get a meatball out of a Lunchable?
Oh no, sliced meatballs, like some
sliced meatballs. So pepperoni again.
Sliced meatballs.
No. It's a different taste than pepperoni.
All right.
Wait, what's the meat that I should be going for, Gavin? I need to make a Walmart run. So what meat should I be getting for my very fancy charcuterie board?
Summer sausage.
Summer sausage?
Yeah.
Summer sausage. That's a roughly Ritz cracker sized thing of meat.
Summer sausage is okay.
You gotta get some of that. You gotta get some of that cheesy spray, of course.
Get the cheese spray.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I shouldn't be going for the marble block cheese. I should be going for the Ritz spray and spread.
You gotta get the taco blend shredded cheese. Stuff's good. Stuff's good.
The Fiesta blend.
maybe get some nacho cheese spread.
Get some.
Ooh.
No, get some cheese variety in there.
Okay, so sorry, is this all like just like are we talking about liquid cheese here? Just all the cheese.
No, you spread the solid cheese.
There is soft cheese. Have you had a brie cheese? It's very creamy and spreadable. A brie.
Yes, I have.
BRIE.
Wow. All right, Riley. If you're looking for viscous, but I guess technically liquid cheese, try Velveeta. That stuff's soft as fuck. Spread that all over your crackers.
You're right. Whatever I make my mac and cheese out of should be my cheese that I use for the crackers, in order for it to be, non-solidified.
You get a lot of cheese out of those blocks. That might be the best bang for your buck, is some Velveeta block cheese.
Yeah,
I think you guys are on.
They're like brick-sized cheeses.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think my family had gotten the giant Velveeta block because we have a lot of people at my household and we went through a lot of cheese. I don't know how much pounds of cheese I ate on a daily basis, but
I don't know how many pounds I've eaten on a daily basis, but
I'm sure my family ate a good amount combined.
Oh, what can I say? My family loves the cheese.
What can I say? I love the cheese.
I mean, Velveeta plus the shells is a pretty damn good mac and cheese.
That is true.
I won't lie.
Hey, if you want your mac and cheese to be thicker, just throw some Velveeta in there.
I sometimes throw like a slice of cheese on mine if I want it thicker.
Normally, I don't want it thicker.
I know you like soup.
Yeah,
we
I like the soupier cheese, man.
Congratulations! That makes you and one other person that we know. You're the weird ones.
Is it Max? Max likes the soupier cheese.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now would be a great time for Max to come in, everybody! Music playing.
If only your comedic timing was that good.
Yeah. My comedic timing is never good.
It isn't. You have no rhythm when it comes to punchlines, nor singing.
Ouch! Gosh, why do we have to bring my singing into this?
Because the punchline was right there and I went for it.
It was a low-hanging fruit, man.
So, I don't
be happy you didn't bring up your instrument playing. Oof.
What? What's wrong with my instrument playing?
Oh, nothing.
When's the last time you've heard me play my instrument? You in my house right now?
You see, Riley, the difference between us and you is we quit while we were ahead. We knew we was bad at instruments.
What are you insinuating? Are you saying I'm bad at the instrument?
No, I mean, you don't know that you're bad.
Yeah.
What? I know I'm not like top quality, but it's all about trying your best and succeeding in what is it? Adequacy.
This man touches a viola once and he thinks he's Beethoven.
Oh no, I'm not Beethoven. Beethoven played the piano.
It's a stringed instrument. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
All string instruments are the same. I see.
Yeah.
If you play one string instrument, you played them all.
I can pick up the electric bass. I can play the electric guitar, man.
Bet you could.
I just strum with my 6 strings.
I bet you could do it just as good as you do all your other stringed instruments.
Wow.
Spent 20 years playing the piano, and you know how to play a lute, you know how to play a shamisen, you know how to play bass guitar.
What the heck is that?
You know how to play the classic empty box of tissues with 3 rubber strands over the hole. You could play anything.
I have played that before. Okay, sorry, I have to look what a shamisen is. Oh.
It's a traditional Japanese instrument. It's when you're watching anime, you hear the That's what a shamisen is.
It's got 3 strings.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you play it with like a thing. I don't know what the thing's called, but you use it.
Pick.
I guess
A
that's
shamisen pick, yeah.
it probably has like an actual.
Whoa, people ask, are shamisens still made of cats? What?
What?
Oh my gosh. Answers is no, they're made out of
Not
mulberry wood,
anymore.
sandalwood, silk, and ivory. But the most important ingredient is the hide. Oh no!
Of the cat.
Oh gosh, reading this gets even worse, which is tightly stretched over the sound box. The cured skin of the domestic cat. What?
Oh my god.
What
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
what kind of rabbit hole did we just get ourselves?
Japan!
Oh man. Whiskers just
Japan!
died.
What the
Time to make a
fuck?
guitar.
Time to make my famous shamisen.
Japan, you're fucking sick. You guys are sick fucks. You know that, right?
Oh gosh. Well, using all the using all of the cat's purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Gavin. Yeah.
Asians and using their pets for everything they have. Oh, you. Cats for guitars, dogs for eating,
What's next?
Ooh, you will never know.
Just don't hold a goldfish and you'll be fine.
Oh.
How big is too big for a goldfish? Or I guess a pet fish in general. What's your size limit for getting if you were to be committed to getting a pet fish, which means being committed to getting the right size tank for it, how big would you want that fish to be at its max?
I don't have enough room in this apartment for anything bigger than like a pointer finger.
Alright, so you just want a normal ass goldfish, probably.
I don't have any room
You can
for a
get
bigger tank.
Tetras and betas. I always joked with my dad. We have a hexagon fish tank, and I always joked with like, "Oh, this will be perfect for like, was it a hammerhead shark or something similar to that?" I don't know. I'm on sharks for fish. But he's like, "No, Riley, that has to be a way more like, it has to be what's it called? It has to be like a donut shape, right? They have because sharks they go in circles like vultures, right? They're like
Well, they need to move to breathe, so sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so they normally go around in circles for stuff. So that's why you'll see like aquariums with circular tanks.
That's why you'll see donut aquariums.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't eat them.
Don't eat them. Yeah.
True.
So I think the question just comes down to how big of a fish tank do you want, and then how big of the fish tank you want determines the size of the fish you want.
Yeah.
I'll just replace my ceiling with a fish tank.
Also,
that sounds fun and safe.
You have to make sure the amount of water you're putting in the fish tank won't actually like break the floor, because that would be a very tragic time.
True.
Are you speaking of experience? Out of experience? From experience? Okay.
No, definitely not. I never owned a fish tank. My sister did. She killed her fish.
She murdered her fish in cold blood.
She was so hungry.
I'm pretty sure they were cold-blooded and they died due to that.
She walked up to the fish in bed and then she strangled the fuck out of it in its sleep.
Mothered it in its sleep. Just go sleep. Sleep.
Yeah.
The entire time the fish was like, and she was like, shh, 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 shh.
Now you're sleeping with the fishes. No, I think they died because, the room she kept them in was not very good at keeping the same temperature.
I like my
very cold in the winter, and pretty sure the fish died because of that. My sister will tell you that my other sister overfed them, But she came back and saw like the whole fish food just dumped into the container. But you know, I'm pretty sure fish don't overeat.
I think your sister's just bad at taking care of pets.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, she now has, was it 2 cats? And you know,
Bill?
one of them has gallstones.
Oh, cool.
Gallstones?
I think that's what it was. He has to eat a special food.
The fuck are skullstones?
No, gallstones, not skullstones.
Skullstones.
No, gallstones. Yeah, she was really concerned because you know the litter box was red.
Oh,
God!
How alarming!
Yeah.
TMI, Riley. This is a family-friendly podcast.
Oh,
God.
sorry,
Yeah,
family-friendly
Riley.
with what we were talking about at the start.
That was then. This is now.
When did we turn to family-friendly? I
When you stopped being it.
Sorry, I didn't know that was the TMI moment of the show. I will refrain from talking about pets.
How big is too big for a place of living?
A gallstone. Oh.
Too big of living. When you have to cross like a street to get to your bedroom from your living room, that's too big.
I'm more of the mind of any time it takes like more than, I don't know, 5 hours to routinely clean a place, then it's a little too big.
So,
yeah, like to the point when you want to start hiring maids and stuff to help with the work.
Yeah, I don't understand mansions. They're just normally empty.
Yeah, because what kind of shit are you gonna put in there?
It's because it's too big. It's just too big.
Yeah,
you're basically just hiring people to clean it for you, and then you live in like a different house. Like you live in a summer house while people are cleaning your mansion that you never go in. The mansion's just there for you to hold the one party of the year.
Yeah, and even then, when you're holding that party, your guests are like, "Oh, can we sleep in one of the thousands of rooms that you have?" No, but we got a guest house just, you know, like next acre over.
Sorry, this is display only.
You just gotta go to the center of the giant maze we have in the backyard.
Yeah, just go through the tennis fields and the
tennis fields,
the corn fields, and then
if you make it to the golf course, you gone too far.
Yeah. You want to make sure if you're hearing people say 4, yeah. It's on the left.
I specifically had it built as far away from the golf course while being on my property still as possible, so I could avoid people hitting the windows of the golf balls. Okay, that's what the golf shack is. That used to be the house, but then the golf balls came and broke the windows, so now it's just the golf shack.
Well, interesting enough, like houses built on like a golf course or near the golf course have like a higher property value, even though they're more likely to get broken by golf balls. I just don't understand that.
Oh, it's because golf is the rich people's sport.
Oh.
Yeah. The world caters to the rich, Riley. Haven't you figured this out?
Nobody cares about golf other than old rich men or women.
Gotcha.
Old rich women only care about golf so they can sit around the golf course and pick up old rich men.
Yeah.
That's like
that'd be young rich women.
It's the old bar.
You know, you take what you can get, I guess.
It's the bar for older people. The golf course.
Yeah.
Classic.
You turn 21, you go to the bar. When you turn
65, you go
65.
Go to the golf course.
You go to the bar at the golf club.
Yeah, I still remember helping my grandpa set up his dating profile.
What?
What? This is a story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
Was it like likes long walks on the retirement home?
He's never been in a retirement home. yeah, he was trying to get back into the dating scene, and
we gathered that. Yeah.
And he needed some. This is back in like 2020, I believe, maybe
Oh,
2021.
so long ago.
Oh, yeah, such a long time ago.
Yeah, I think 2021. That sounds about right.
And, even longer ago.
What? But he was like, oh, I'm struggling with this website, Riley. I'm trying to get my picture set up on
and it's Grindr.
What's it called? Tinder.
No, I still remember the website. It's called Single Silvers.
Oh, God.
So
what kind of website?
So yeah,
cool silver hair.
He was having trouble getting his picture set up on it, and he's like, Riley, can you come help get the photo set for me? I just cannot figure out my webcam photo system and where it's saving the photos to. So, me being average college student living near my grandpa, I'm like,
the good grandson you are.
Sure thing, Grandpa. I'll come help you take your photo, and we'll get that set up for you.
And then he turned around and like, why are you naked?
I turned around?
Yeah, you turned around and your grandpa was naked. So what kind of dating process?
No, first of all, he was telling me this on the phone. So then I had to come over to his house, and that's when I realized
he was already naked.
No, there was no naked grandpas in the story.
Oh,
what a shame.
Yeah.
Gosh. Anyway, so that's when I figured out. Yeah, it was singlesilvers.com. I'm like, okay. I'm definitely not going to Google that, but I'm sure it's definitely a legitimate website.
But everybody listening to the podcast should try and find his profile.
I will Google it.
It probably hasn't been taken down.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, gosh.
What's it called, Riley? Single Silvers?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But yeah, so he explained his whole camera setup, and he's like, yeah, I've been trying to take a photo, and I just can't get a good photo, and I can't find where my photos are stored. And the obvious question is, well, how do you know what they look like if you don't know where they're stored? And he's like, well, I looked in the pictures and it wasn't there. And I'm like, that did not answer the question. So we took a
Silver
photo.
Singles, the exclusive dating site for 50+ singles.
Well, there you go. You have to be 50, I guess, to sign up. So
Shine with Silver Singles is your connection to inspiring and entertaining stories, useful information, and timely insights that can help you find more enjoyment, fulfillment, and opportunities for love and companionship after 50.
Yeah.
All right.
I should make an account.
And you know what? The website worked. I became the backup best man to his wedding. So he got married again, and he's been having a blast. He's exercised more. He's lost I think he's lost like 20 pounds. He's definitely a lot slimmer now. But anyways, back to the picture story. The whole thing was he got some photos. He didn't smile in them. I don't know why he didn't. So I tried to.
Shy.
I did say, you want to try smiling? And he's like, oh sure, and then takes a weird smiling photo. So maybe that's why he didn't smile. Then he's like, oh, Riley, do you want to be in the photo? I'm like, no, I do not want to be in the photo. Why would I
show my 50+-year-old bride-to-be grandson in-law?
Yeah, this is the grandson photo section, obviously, to show what I looked like 20,
it's an old
30
people
years
website.
ago.
I'd be ridiculous to not show my grandson.
No, so yeah, he did ask if I wanted to be in the photos, and I'm like, no thanks, Grandpa. I do not need to be in your Single Silvers profile, because I thought that would be weird.
No, Riley, no, that wouldn't be weird.
So in another universe, I'm in his photos.
The universe where Riley heard that proclamation was like, Sure, Grandpa.
Let's take a group photo.
How important is ethnicity in your partner? And what ethnicity are you looking for? Oh boy.
Are you signing up?
No, I already signed up, silly.
Why are you signing up to you have a fiance?
Yeah, I'm also younger than 50.
So there's 2 reasons to not sign up for this website.
Yeah. Gavin, I don't think this is your demographic, I'll be honest. Unless you're into GILFs. Maybe. You know,
well, my grandpa is off the market, so I know
I'm seeing if his profile's off the website is what I'm looking for.
Do you know his grandpa's name?
I'm sure with a quick search of Facebook, I can find it out real quick.
And you probably can. That's the scary thing about the
Wait, why am I doing that? I could probably just Google him and find the thing instead of making it all.
He's very committed to his craft.
I mean, I'm already halfway through the survey. Might as well go through it all.
It's such a great time. So, Riley, what'd you do on the podcast? Oh, we started by talking about, genitals, and then we went to talk about
Riley.
dogs and Japan eating the cats and dogs.
Riley.
And
this is very important.
This is very important. Gavin signed up for silver singles.
What kind of partner do you think your grandpa was looking for? A husband or wife? Someone to enjoy life with? A dreamy lover? A partner to adventure with? Or a closest confidant? What kind of partner do you think your grandpa was looking for?
Yeah, you're the one who helped set up his profile.
I didn't. I helped him with the photos. Okay, the
you
profile
helped set
photos.
Up his profile, Riley.
I helped with the photos, and I didn't do the survey with him. That would have been probably worse, to be honest. Like, oh, Riley, I couldn't figure out how to bubble in the options.
Riley, describe what a dreamy lover would be, so I know if I want it or not.
What, Riley? You're dating, right? You tell me what a dreamy lover is to you.
Man, your dad was dating around your age. You're in the dating scene right now, right? Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah. Oh gosh. No, I think he was just looking for like a companion. He didn't want to be lonely.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think all men can strive for that kind of.
How likely is your grandpa to initiate the first kiss?
Since he's never kissed me, I can't. Probably not very likely.
Riley gotten zero love from his grandpa. Zero love. Grandpa,
not kisses.
Riley's like. Riley helped set up his fucking single silvers profile. He's like, Grandpa, thanks, Riley. You really helped me. How can I reward you for this? Well, no, Grandpa. Kiss on the cheek. You know,
bit of a smooch would do.
A little kiss on the cheek. That goes a long way. All right, I gotta go to work. Later, Grandson, I love you.
Oh gosh. Oh, and it just slowly cries.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't know his responses to the survey.
No, I already gave up on it. It's fine. It was taking too long. I was on like question 50 and the bar hadn't moved very much, and I was like, all right, never mind. It's too much work.
See, that's the detractor for people under 50.
The short attention span. Oh, they got me.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is their first security.
They know the kids these days are gonna be, they're gonna be up to some tomfoolery. So they became prepared.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun talking to my grandpa about like AI. He's like always reading this AI stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, Riley, you like computers. What do you think about AI, machine learning?" There was this guy, he was what was his name? It was probably like Alon or something, and he was making some.
It was Mulan or something. He was fighting in a war,
like,
I think.
It was Mulan, and he was trying to make those satellites in space, right? And I'm like, are you talking about Elon Musk? It's like, yeah. But I think it was a different guy named Elon. And I'm like, nope. Elon was the guy for was it Starlink? I'm pretty sure he owns Starlink.
I wouldn't know.
That was like a movie premise, but sure.
Yeah, what? Sure. Yeah, and then he's like, oh, but then there's this other guy, and he bought the Twitter. And I'm like, yeah, that's the same guy.
That's still Elon Musk,
still
Grandpa.
Elon Musk. And he's like, no. Elon was the space guy, SpaceX.
He's both guys, Grandpa.
Oh gosh.
Both guys, same guy.
Talking about my grandpa dating, he loves to regale his stories of college, and he went to a school that I have forgotten, and I think it was a smaller school, but it was also an engineering school. And he likes to tell me the whole story of, so I dated my entire female class.
Oh my God.
All 2 people.
Oh, wow.
And he's like,
Grandpa, I didn't know you were such a womanizer. God damn.
And then he's like,
I used to respect you.
You know what? I think those women got around. Just like, jeez, Grandpa. He's like, I'm pretty sure half the class dated all of our class.
That's how you know he's Riley's grandpa. When it is like 50 plus years of age, he thinks back to his youthful high school days about the 2 girls he dated in college, and he's like, I think those ladies were awfully promiscuous when I look back in retrospect.
Oh, yeah, but every time when he mentions like dating, he then mentions him dating his entire college class, all two females.
Crazy.
One of my favorite stories that he tells.
That is a good story. That is a good story.
I'm back. What I missed?
Wait a second.
You were there.
What part of the story did you miss?
Something about your grandpa being promiscuous. I don't know.
Okay, you didn't miss much. He wasn't that promiscuous.
It's just a little promiscuous.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. You a little promiscuous, yeah. That's what he was. That's my grandpa. Yeah.
Oh, are those your relatives?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing, man. Nothing.
Hey.
Oh my God, they're like 4s at best.
Oh my gosh. I learn about a new like family relative. Like I learn about a new one every year, it seems. And I feel like I know my tree very well. And then my mom's like, "Oh, but do you know your second like cousin like Jeremy or somebody, some weird name that I have never heard before in my life?" And she's like, yeah, I don't. He just got out of jail, something like that. I'm like, what?
What?
What are you talking about? Yeah,
Cousin Jeremy was in jail.
I don't talk about my family too much because they've got problems. I'm like, jeez, Mom. Oh,
that's nice.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. I never would have known what happened to Cousin Jeremy, who I love so much, if not for you.
Like, then why did you expect me to know them? It's like, you started the sentence with, do you know? I'm like, well, I didn't know if I told you or not.
I have a little game theory about that, Riley. Your mom was just so desperate for gossip She had this information that cousin Jeremy was in jail and had recently got out, and she was waiting for the right moment to hit you with that bombshell.
Oh my gosh. Some of my cousins on my mother's side, there's some wacko stories that I can't even explain, like half of them, but I'm pretty sure there's some restraining orders on half the family side over there with some other people, and then I don't know, there may be some threatening threats and some other wacko stuff. So I'm pretty sure this is why my mother sheltered me from her side of the family.
You go to your grandpa on your dad's side of the family, and you're like, "Mom, why don't we ever see your mom?" Mom's like,
"Oh my gosh.
Oh, honey, you're pieces of shit."
Well, she's still in the psych ward, dear, and she will be for the next few years.
Oh my gosh. That had been a question I'd asked in childhood. I'm like, Mom, why haven't I seen like your family? It's like, oh, you don't want to meet them. Or something similar of that nature. Like, yeah, he's probably said it nice. It's like, yeah, they're not they don't live nearby.
Oh, honey, you don't want to meet Uncle Frank. He's a pedophile.
What?
We'll wait till you're older.
Oh boy.
When Uncle Frank loses interest in you.
Gosh, that would I do not know an Uncle Frank.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, give it a couple more years, and then I'll learn about Uncle Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, do any of you have random like you learn about a new family member?
Not at all.
No,
I forget about family members I've already learned about, and then relearn about them all the time. Just because I care that little about people I don't see or talk to ever, that I just forget them, I guess.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then my parents are like, "Why don't you know?
Why don't you know them?"
I think because the last time I talked to them, I was probably eye level with your fucking knees.
Here's a picture of you two playing as kids.
Okay.
And one of those guys comes up to you as like a grown, is like, "Hey, Gavin, remember me?
It's Uncle Frank.
Remember me from when you were 3 years old? Remember me from when you were fresh from the womb? And the restraining order wasn't made yet?
Wow, you've gotten taller.
You've grown so big since I last saw you."
Well, the last time you saw me was when I was 3 years old.
I hate it when that happens. It's like, "Hey, Gavin. Hi.
Who are you?
How's it going?
Do I know you? Sir, back away, personal space. Do not say my name unless I know you." That happens way too often. People just saying my name, and I'm like, now how do I know this person?
Yeah. It's like, "Hey, Riley, it's been so long since I've seen you. So, I think last time I saw you was when you was 5 years old. How you been?" He touches your shoulder and brushes it like, "Don't touch me." Ugh. Disgusting. He grabs some disinfectant spray your shoulder.
Spray his hand, like,
yeah.
How? I guess that's a quick way to get people to not talk to you.
You parents, friends, you go away. You no.
That's, yeah, I think that's another thing, is like the parents' friends, you probably don't know them very well either.
I don't know. Some of my parents' friends are pretty cool.
I don't know them very well. Especially your parents' friends.
I would hope not.
I don't know them. We don't hang out.
I don't. Man, you're missing out, Riley.
What, every weekend you go out, hang out with Gavin's parents?
Yeah, Gavin's parents' friends are cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
What, like Fred and Felicia?
You don't forget Uncle Frank.
Gosh, we gotta stop bringing up Uncle Frank.
Bad memories?
No, just weird topic. Unlike any of the other topics we've talked about, have definitely not been weird at all.
Absolutely. We've had nothing but normal topics all day.
You know, I'm starting to miss the oatmeal talk that we had before the show. That was probably the best bit we did all night.
And Riley didn't record.
And you know, it was just the pre-banter.
I had more how big is too big ideas, but I forgot about them. So I had to improvise, and we wound up at Uncle Frank.
Oh my gosh, what a tragedy.
It was such the topic had so much promise. It had such potential, and we just completely dropped to the ball.
Went completely south at the start of the topic. What happened? I said balloons. I thought, that'll be fine. And then Gavin Ruder's like, oh, I can't talk about this. And then Gavin's like, oh, yes, penis.
Let's talk about it. Well, what about monitors? How big is too big for a monitor?
Oh, that's
if it doesn't fit on my desk, it's too big.
Oh, just get a bigger desk.
If it does fit on my desk, but it doesn't have room for at least one more monitor, too big.
Imagine movie theater size monitor.
If it's a
you're
monitor,
playing on a projector.
If it's a monitor that's better if I mount it on the wall, that's too big for me.
So basically, if it's the size of a TV, that's a no-go.
Yeah, unless if I'm hooking up my PC to the television so I can play some PC games with the bros, then no, I don't want a TV-sized monitor.
Well, it all depends on the size of the TV. At that point, I think my current main monitor is about as big as like one of my first non-box TVs.
I mean, mine is too.
Current day TVs, I think, is what Cameron was thinking.
Yeah, like a 70-inch monitor. Yeah, that's a bit much.
yeah, like the TV Jack has in his living room. So that's way too big for a monitor.
Too big, good sir. Yeah, I think the secondary problem is when you're trying to if your GUI is just way too small, so all your icons are like minuscule on a gargantuan monitor.
Yeah.
But that's a secondary issue. That doesn't have to do with bigness.
No, absolutely not. They're completely unrelated.
Yeah, because you can change icons.
Yeah, you can. But then at that point, why would you need a big monitor? That's when it's just too big.
For big games, obviously.
For the resolution of, 8K resolution.
Yeah.
We're bringing you... 256K resolution with this screen. The big boy.
Right.
Aw, yeah.
You only get that resolution at 3 FPS, but
it looks so
cool. Get it. Each frame is amazing.
Oh gosh, yeah. Technology is definitely going to go down. 8K, I think, is just way too much already. I remember watching videos at 480p and thinking, this is the best.
This is amazing.
This is the best thing we could ever see. And now we're at YouTube pushes 2K videos. I think they can go up to 8K if you really wanted to, but I think there's what's it called? What's the phrase I'm looking for, Gavin? Where there's a curve, right? Way
to put Gavin on the spot there, Riley.
Yeah, Gavin knows this. He knows curves. So
keep going.
There's a curve, right? So it's good, and then at some point it just curves out at the top, and then you don't get any bonuses for continuously upgrading, right?
Oh, like the height of what human eyes can see. You hit that limit.
Yeah. But there's a specific word for it.
Optics.
No. We're getting colder very quickly. not the eyes, but the words for the limiting factor, right? There's the specific word for the limiting factor of the specific concept,
Theoretical limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, because that's 2 words.
Sure it is.
But that kind of works. The upper limit. No, not upper limit.
The peak.
No, again,
Zenith.
we're not looking for like the tippity top. We're looking for, there's a specific point
The plateau.
where going beyond that point is just useless and it's just
diminishing returns.
Yes, Gavin got it. Diminishing returns is definitely what I was looking for.
I mean, that's two words. More than
one 2 words.
Riley, so
that is.
It's obviously not the word you're looking for.
It's the words I was looking for this whole time. Gavin knew it since the beginning. That's why he was saying 2 words. Yeah, so there's diminishing returns once you've reached a point. What was the start of that? Why did I want that, Gavin? Do you remember?
For quality, and it gets.
Oh yeah. At some point, there's just a diminishing return of the item, and there's no point on going forward in the quality.
This video is in 2160p, which is considered 4K.
Yeah. Wait, what? That's not right. What? 21?
According to this, what they say, 2160p, and right above it says 4K.
That's 2K though. It's not 4K.
But it says 4K.
Well, are they rounding up to 4?
That's not how rounding works.
You can sure, rounding works however you want it to work. You can round to the nearest 3. You can round to the nearest 4. Why round to the nearest 0? You can round to the nearest 7th.
Yeah.
That's the best part about numbers.
True.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any more is big too big, or should we wrap this one up?
How big is too big for a dog?
There is not.
There is
not
too
possible.
small.
Clifford, I suppose, would be my limit.
Clifford the big red dog.
You place your limit at a house-sized dog, no smaller than that, Gavin?
I would take an Irish Wolfhound in a heartbeat. Like, those are like the biggest dogs.
That's not a house-sized dog, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
But it's the biggest dog breed in the world, as far as I know.
If a dog is bigger than me, it's already too big. If it looks like it's going to eat me, too big. If it's too small, get a different animal.
Anything smaller than a pit bull is too small for me, personally.
Avid dog fan here, and
I love dogs.
Sorry, I was talking about me, avid dog fan. And
I love dogs.
We normally get golden retrievers, and I find that to be a good sized dog.
That is I believe that is considered a large sized dog, though. I believe.
Yeah, they can jump on you, and you can dance with them.
Honestly, if I were to choose any large dog, it would be a golden retriever. It's probably my favorite dog breed that I know of.
What dog breed did you have, Gavin?
Great Dane.
Great Dane. Why was I thinking it was a husky?
Don't know.
Oh, huskies and German.
I wouldn't want a husky.
Man, one of my high school buddies had like a dog that looked like a wolf that also looked like a polar bear.
What?
Oh, so a husky. Okay.
Oh, is that what a husky is?
I think it's a Belgian Malamute or something like that.
But I know that
dog
huskies
was big.
look like wolves, kind of.
I'm like, I'm not getting out of the car, man. That thing looks like it could maul me in a second. I'm lucky that it's not opening the door right now.
That's just Fido. He's cool.
He's just a big idiot.
Did my Great Dane come out and greet you?
Oh, yeah. He probably did.
There you go.
And then I had to yell at him.
Riley's reflex is like Dio in the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He sees a big dog running towards him, and his first instinct is to kick it. Like, get the fuck away from me, you big ass dog!
I have broken a window escaping from a puppy before.
Oh my god.
So now there's a whole precedent on me sitting next to that window and people coming close to me. It's like, whoa, careful, right? Riley's sitting in the danger spot. We don't want to have a broken window.
What are one of those tiny little white fluffy dogs with like a bow tied in its hair. It like climbs out of the soccer mom purse it was in, like slowly approaches Riley, and Riley's like, "Ah! Ah!"
I did freak out. I went onto the back end of the couch, leaned backwards, cracked the mirror, or not the mirror, the window, and yeah, we had to get that fixed. My mother said I was lucky that I didn't go through, because that would have been all sorts of bad.
Yeah. That dog looks like a very good boy or girl.
Is that the kind of dog you were talking about, Riley?
No.
Big fluffy white one.
It's hard to imagine. Is there a ruler nearby? Like, I feel like the dog was bigger. This dog doesn't look that.
That is a pretty big dog. It's bigger than I believe it's bigger than a golden retriever. Slightly.
I feel like the dog I saw was bigger.
If we resort to pixel measurements and we adjust and we guesstimate and we accurately estimate the length between this dog and that tree, it's pretty obvious that this dog is like 3 times wider than that tree in the background, and it's a pretty big dog. I'd say roughly a polar bear-sized dog. It also looks
a wolf bear,
a wolf bear dog. I think this is a wolf bear.
Just like
dog.
Riley described. Yeah, that's what I thought.
This one looks a little more poofy too, but maybe that's because the one that I saw was on a
pick out of this lineup. Which dog assaulted you, Riley?
Which dog? Is this a police? Like the police?
Yeah, exactly.
What's it called?
Lineup.
Yeah, lineup. Yeah, Gavin's got the words. Sorry, I was looking at the dogs.
I got the words.
I was looking at the dogs, man. I was looking at the dogs. I think the closest thing.
One of these dogs murdered your mother-in-law. Which one did it?
I'm thinking the closest thing is probably that Slovenskian Kuvak.
That looks nothing like a wolf.
That's the closest thing on here. Yeah, I can't recall. I don't have an image of the wolf bear.
The Slovensky Kuvak looks like the Polish Tatra sheepdog, but bigger.
Yeah, kind of. Just based off
it's a big dog.
One picture we have of each. Yeah.
I'm just saying, the dog that looked at me funny at that buddy's house was a big dog. It was actually, it might have been a sheepdog. Now that I'm thinking about it.
No,
they raised sheep, but it was a big dog, bigger than a sheep.
Bigger than a sheep. Okay.
There's your sense of scale. Oh boy.
I was just like scanning my eyes past like all these dogs, and then I lock in on Commodore.
That's the most... Yeah, that's a mop. you can't tell me that's not a mop. That's definitely just a dog-shaped mop.
That dog is a fucking mop. Got the Saluki up there in the middle. That one's anorexic as fuck. That dog needs to eat some potato chips or some beans, maybe a few fatty, juicy steaks. It needs to gain some weight.
It looks like it's part deer.
It does kind of look like a deer dog, yeah. It does look like a white deer with dog ears, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I can unsee that now.
You got all these dogs.
Let me see this. No, so it was the pupper that made me break the win. Oh shoot! It said OBS crash. What is this? It's again, and we're back in it.
Yay! And we talked about so much stuff that the audience missed and never gets to hear.
Oh yeah.
Do you even know how much they missed?
Oh, they missed a lot. You couldn't quantify it with a number.
Yeah, it was.
I believe the point where the audience, where I believe the recording messed out was like talking about dogs. Was it?
Let me listen back to this.
Let's talk about penis size.
Okay, so it crashed. So it lost it right when I said, "Oh, OBS crashed." That's when we lost it.
Oh, perfect.
Because the text box popped up saying it
I
crashed.
think that's where we should end the podcast. Oh, OBS crashed. End podcast.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We can't do that. I did start a new recording if we wanted to have an end topic.
Oh, yeah. I guess we should. We could say,
Oh
we
no,
can edit around it. We can still have that be the end, but we can come up with a topic.
Yeah. Okay, just everybody be silent for a second. Perfect. Now what should the end topic be?
Trees.
What?
Trees.
Oh, trees. Yeah, trees are cool.
Trees pretty cool.
Yeah, trees are pretty fucking OP.
OP, man. We'll figure out why trees are so OP next time. And
I already have some tree facts loaded up.
Oh yeah.
This would be great. I know things about trees, baby.
Baby. Okay. Bye. Oh wait, no, it crashed.
Are we doing bye?
Yeah.